I can't ever overstate the power and the importance of Mānasic Pūjā. The puja you do in your mind. When you are doing yagnas here, sometimes you may even feel emotions of frustration, anger, grudge, because the person next to you doesn't know how to manage the fire, but you know better, of course. And then the whole consciousness, the whole perspective shifts from puja, aradhana, sadhana to isko रखने नहीं आते, आहुति कहाँ डालनी है इसको पता नहीं है. But when you're doing Mānasic yajna, those problems disappear and you are able to immerse yourself totally. And something I have spoken about in the past as well, that when we are chanting a mantra or doing any yajna, when you do tar or samput with additional letters from the alphabet, the Hindi, the Sanskrit alphabet, then that's called akshamala. From to ksha, you can simply append the letter a, I, u, or with the anuswar, ang, ing, ityadi, and so on. And if your concentration breaks, that mala will break, the chanting will break, because you are distracted there for a few seconds and so on. Now, when you have the vision of Mother Goddess in a dream, there it's not so much a problem, because your conscious mind is somewhat on the back burner and your subconscious mind is to the fore. The power of suggestion is very strong, and when you're having a dream, you tend to hold it for longer. But when you actually, the day you're blessed with a live vision of manifestation of the goddess you pray to, their concentration is supremely important, because the number of seconds or minutes, if you're lucky enough to hold it for minutes, or skilled enough to hold it for minutes, and graced enough by her to hold it for that long, then there it entirely depends on, can you stay on that one thought? The moment there is a flicker, it'll go away. Imagine everything being powered by electricity here. There is these lights going on, there is the sound system and so on. And imagine the power supply being snapped shut from the back. How long will it take for this power to go out? Not even a second. And the one goddess about whom it is said that Unmesh Nimesh Utpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali, that in the blink of an eye, she creates and destroys the various planes of existence. Now you are trying to hold her behold her form and hold her in your consciousness, in your mind, in front of your eyes for that fraction of a second or more. There, it's concentration that is everything. If it flickers, the power supply is snapped shut and that thing disappears. And then you have the same challenge of going back into the same dream. You can't. If you were in a different state of consciousness and you dreamed something or dreamt something, and then you get up in the middle of it, and then you want to go back into it, can you? No, you can't. You may dream something else. If it's a nightmare, it may come repeatedly on some other night, but not usually. So when you're holding there, how supreme is your concentration will play a huge role. And one easy way, yes, there is an easy way, that's a good thing. one easy way to build your concentration is to do Mānasic Pūjā. And that does magic. My entire sadhana in the woods after just the nyasa, and as you know, I had a Sri Yantra on a piece of paper. Other than that, it was all Mānasic Pūjā. Because I did not want to manage the physical things. I did not want to devote my energy or concentration or mind or anything at all on managing the ingredients, the fire, and sourcing the ingredients, and so on. And that truly antarmukh samaradhya, bahirmukh sudurlava. It was completely Mānasic Pūjā. And while I was growing up and I was doing all those yajnas with the ingredients, I did not have her vision that way. I won't say that I did not have anything. I had plenty, and I'm sure some of you must as well or might as well already. But the real vision that I was asking, that I was seeking, that I was after came when there was nothing in between her and me. No physical ingredient. And because of the rats, it wasn't even possible anyway. So that there was a physical challenge as well. So that is why I place so much importance on doing yajna. And all of those who are online, I can absolutely assure you, if you're doing yajna online, your concentration is probably better than a lot of the people who are trying to do it with ingredients. And I'll just say this one last thing, then we'll get into it. You know, I post videos of my workout and something, and so many of you do too. When we are working out, when we're seeing the video, looks like fun, doesn't it? But the one who's doing it knows it differently. There is no fun. So when you're enjoying the yajna, I'm not saying it's a crime. That time, you're spending your energy. You're enjoying the process. Something in your sensory organs is getting tickled. But when you're doing Mānasic Pūjā, the joy may not be there, but almost immediately after, you will feel the difference. You will feel that shift in your consciousness. So in physical, this thing, engagement is better because we are busy with things other than Mother Goddess. But when you're doing Mānasic Pūjā, let's say you're doing on the app, and you're just looking at it, you're waiting for your moment to tap and tap and tap, chances are very little is going on in your mind else. And that's why Mānasic Pūjā, or that's what we mean when we say look within, look inward, turn inward, कहते कहते 12 साल हो गए हैं. That's basically what it means. But I don't mean to dishearten you. I'm not saying this is useless or of less use. And that's the beautiful thing about sadhana. Doesn't matter how you do it, there is always something to be derived from it. Nothing ever goes waste. It's like coconut. We offer Purnahuti with coconut. Every single part of it is of use. And doesn't matter how you do, not doing it is, doing it is better than not doing it at all.